Hey guys, welcome to my beautiful channel, Grow with elearn. This is my 5th HTML lecture. I hope you all guys are well and good. In previous lectures we had learnt about introduction of HTML, basics of HTML, HTML elements, HTML attributes, and many more. Okay, let's start our today's lecture. Today we will learn about HTML headings, why they are important and so on. Let's begin the lecture. HTML headings. HTML headings are titles or subtitles that you want to display on a web page. HTML headings are used to define the structure and hierarchy of content on a web page. Headings are essential for organizing content and making it more accessible to users and search engines. HTML provides 6 different heading levels, from H1 to H6, each indicating a different level of importance and significance. Here's the list of HTML heading tags. H1 represents the highest level of heading and carries the most significant importance. It is typically used for the main title of the page. H2 represents a subheading and has slightly less importance than H1. It is often used to divide the content into sections. H3 represents a subheading within an H2 section. It has less importance than both H1 and H2. H4 represents a subheading within an H3 section. It continues the decreasing order of importance. H5 represents a subheading within an H4 section. H6 represents the lowest level of heading and has the least importance among all the headings. Here's an example of how to use these heading tags in HTML. Doc type HTML. HTML. Head. Title my web page /title. /head. Body. H1 main title /H1. P. This is the introduction to my web page /P. H2 section 1 /H2. P. This is the content of section 1 /P. H3 subsection 1.1 /H3. P. This is the content of subsection 1.1 /P. H2 section 2 /H2. P. This is the content of section 2 /P. /body. /HTML. It's important to use headings appropriately and maintain a logical hierarchy for better accessibility and SEO, search engine optimization. Screen readers and search engines rely on heading tags to understand the content structure and provide a better user experience. Now let us see the semantic importance, accessibility, SEO, search engine optimization, styling, single top-level heading, usage guidelines and avoid overusing headings. First, semantic importance. HTML headings serve not only as a way to visually style text in a larger font size but also carry semantic meaning. The hierarchy of headings conveys the structure and organization of the content. Search engines and screen readers use this semantic information to understand the context and relationships between different sections of a web page, making it essential for accessibility and SEO. Second, accessibility. Headings play a crucial role in web accessibility. Visually impaired users rely on screen readers to navigate through web content. Properly marked up headings assist screen readers in providing a better user experience. When headings are used correctly, screen readers can summarize the page's structure, allowing users to jump directly to the sections they are interested in. Third, SEO, search engine optimization. Search engines use headings to determine the main topics of a web page. Properly structured headings can improve your website's search engine rankings. However, it's important not to abuse heading tags by using them solely for styling purposes, as this can have a negative impact on SEO. Fourth, styling. While headings have a default size and boldness, their appearance can be further customized using CSS, cascading style sheets. Designers often modify the font size, color, and spacing of headings to match the overall look and feel of the website. However, it's crucial to ensure that heading styles remain consistent across the site. Fifth, single top-level heading. It is recommended to have only one top-level H1 tag per web page. This heading should represent the main topic or title of the page. Subsequent headings should follow a hierarchical order, H2, H3, etc., to create a clear structure. Sixth, usage guidelines. When using headings, consider the logical organization of your content. Each section should have a relevant heading that adequately describes its content. Avoid skipping heading levels, example, going from H2 to H4 without an H3, as this can cause confusion in understanding the content structure. And the seventh is avoid overusing headings. Headings should be used judiciously and not be inserted simply for visual formatting. Use them to create meaningful and organized content. Here's a quick example of how headings can be structured in a more complex web page. Type HTML. This declaration specifies that the document is an HTML5 document. It tells the browser to interpret the code as HTML5. HTML, the root element of an HTML document. All other elements are nested within this element. The head element contains meta information about the document, such as the document's title, links to external resources, CSS, scripts, etc., character encoding, and other metadata. The content inside the head is not directly visible on the page. Title. My web page /title. This is the title element. It defines the title of the web page, which appears in the browser's title bar or tab. It also displays in search engine results. It's essential to have a descriptive and meaningful title for each page. Header. This is a semantic element that represents the header section of the web page. It typically contains the main heading or logo of the site and can include other header-related content such as a navigation menu. H1 main title /H1. This is the top-level heading, H1, and represents the main title of the web page. It carries the highest importance and should provide a clear and concise description of the page's content. NAV. Another semantic element, representing the navigation section of the web page. It is used to define a navigation menu that contains links to other pages or sections within the site. H2 navigation /H2. This is a subheading, H2, and represents the heading for the navigation menu section. It's a lower level of importance than the main title, H1, but still plays a significant role in organizing the content. Main. The main element contains the primary content of the web page. It typically excludes headers, footers, and sidebars. The main content of the page is placed within this element. Section. The section element is a semantic container that represents a thematic grouping of content. It can be used to divide the content into logical sections, such as chapters, topics, or parts of an article. H2 section 1/H2. This is another subheading, H2, within the first section, representing the heading for the first section of the web page. Article. The article element is used to define a self-contained piece of content that could potentially be distributed and reused independently. It's suitable for blog posts, forum posts, news articles, etc. H3 subsection 1.1/H3. This is a subheading, H3, within the first article, representing the heading for a subsection of the content. This comment signifies that there is additional content within the first article's subsection, but the actual content is not shown here for brevity. Continuation of the content structure, another section with an H2 heading representing the second section of the web page. Footer. The footer element represents the footer section of the web page. It typically contains information such as copyright notices, contact details, or links to important pages. H2 contact /H2. This is a subheading, H2, within the footer, representing the heading for the contact information section. This comment suggests that there may be more content within the footer, but the actual content is not shown here for brevity. /body and /HTML. These closing tags mark the end of the HTML document and close the body and HTML elements, respectively. Overall, this HTML code provides a basic structure for a web page with various semantic elements and heading levels to organize the content hierarchically. Keep in mind that this is just a simplified example, and real-world web pages may have more complexity and additional elements as needed. Now let us see why headings are important. Search engines use the headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. Users often skim a page by its headings. It is important to use headings to show the document structure. H1 headings should be used for main headings, followed by H2 headings, then the less important H3, and so on. Note: use HTML headings for headings only. Don't use headings to make text big or bold. Bigger headings. Each HTML heading has a default size. However, you can specify the size for any heading with the style attribute, using the CSS font size property. Example: H1 style equals font size 60px, heading 1/H1. Here we had reached the end of the lecture. I hope you all enjoyed and learned about HTML headings. Thanks for watching. Like the video, comment your doubt, subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notifications. Okay, bye, stay tuned.